Hello everybody, my name is Shane Rabbit. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing every single Dawko FNaF song. So as you see right here, I have a tier list that has all the FNaF Dawko songs that have came out, to what I remember. I don't know if I missed one or not. I hope I didn't, because I want to make this as updated as possible as of Make Me Hero, which came out like a few weeks ago. So let's start off with Like It or Not. The thing about Like It or Not is it feels too much like a FNaF song everyone's heard. It was very popular when it first came out, but I don't know. There's not much to it that makes it original. It's pretty forgettable to me, in my opinion. A lot of this is going to be my opinion, because my opinion of the songs are kind of a little whack. So, just warning you guys there. The song's kind of forgettable, but I really don't hate it. So it'd either be low C or high D tier. I'll probably do C for now since it's the first song. Alright, the next song we got here is Make Your Move. Now, I actually really enjoy this song. I listen to this pretty often. I can't even say it's a bad song. It's the same issue that Like It or Not has, where it just feels like another FNaF song. There's really nothing to make it original. I mean, sure, it's different considering how it has two characters singing instead of just one singing about, oh, the animatronics are scary, they're coming after me, stuff like that. You got the perspective of Dawko and the perspective of Scott, voiced by CG5, which I love CG5's music and his voice, so that works out well. The chord progression used I also really enjoy. Yeah, that's real. I don't want to put everything on S tier, just because that would be kind of dumb and unfair, and everything would just be crowded on S, so I'm trying to be, for this, I would probably put it a B tier. It's not the best song for sure, but it's definitely not anywhere near as bad as Like It or Not. So, our next song is, I know everyone's going to absolutely hate me for this, but I do not like Darkest Desire. I do not like this song in any way because I'm kind of biased since I don't care for rap. There's not a lot of rap songs I listen to. The only rap FNaF song I can think of that I even like is Join the Party by JT Music, I think. And yeah, so I just don't like the chorus is okay, the animation is fine, but I just don't think this song is good. I mean, it's an okay song considering this is the first song that Dawko and DeHusta made together, but I just don't see this being that good of a song, so I'm honestly gonna put it. This is the same issue I had with Like It or Not. It's either gonna be a high C or low C or a high D. It might be, I'm going to put it at a high D. I really do not care for this song. I almost never listen to it. Yeah. Alright, so the next song we got is Into the Pit. Now, Into the Pit is a song that I still listen to pretty often now. The animation is okay for most of it. The song does get a little repetitive after a certain point. I can admit that. But considering this was the first Fazbear Frights song, I do think this is great. The melodies work really well. Some people have a criticism with the actual singing itself with Spring Bonnie when he sings. It's a little too raspy, but I think it fits just fine, and I kind of think it makes it have its own character to it, which is kind of like how Dawko's Make Your Move song worked, was it has two different characters, although I think wasn't it DeHusta that sang Spring Bonnie? I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, I'm gonna put this probably high B tier. It's not the best song for sure, but I'd like it more than Make Your Move. I listen to that far more. The next song we got here is To Be Beautiful. Now, To Be Beautiful, the problem with this song is I think it sucks. I didn't even like the story. I really didn't. Not even like the main Fazbear Frights story. I probably should also be breaking all the Fazbear Frights ones based on how accurate they are to the books, because I mean I'm judging all the other ones on their animation. Partially, but To Be Beautiful, I didn't like the story. I didn't really care for the music video. When it came out, I was confused. Like, I wasn't even looking forward to this when it came out. I thought it was just gonna be Into the Pit, and that was gonna be I didn't know there was gonna be a whole bunch of Fazbear Fright songs. Now, yeah, the problem with this song is the animation is too sloppy. It's cut too much. Like, I see what they were trying to do. They're having it flash so it like shows the progress of her, like, becoming a robot or whatever. But it just doesn't fit for some reason. I know they just had a limited time. They wanted to come out on the FNaF anniversary. But again, it just does not work very well. It doesn't work in his favor. So, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna say Burnt with Fire. I don't like this song. I really don't like To Be Beautiful. The singing is okay, but there's just the animation and the fact that I don't like the song. It just brings this song down a lot. Alright, here's another one. I know people are gonna absolutely hate me for my opinion on it, but Count the Ways is another one I do not care for. It's the voice used as Funtime Freddy is quite wonderful. I think that was a great role for Funtime Freddy, or whatever version of Freddy this is. I'm just gonna say Funtime Freddy. But the only thing that really carries this song, in my opinion, is the visuals. I think the visuals are amazing, the animation, and then the 2D art, like with like all the stuff, like you freezing them and all that stuff. I think that's cool, but the melody is just not something I care for. It's like it's literally two notes going back and forth. I'm a music composer, so I can't help but say that. But yeah, so that's all I really have to say about Count the Ways. It's just another song I just don't care for. I know a lot of other people do. It has like 10 million, 11 million views on YouTube, something like that. So I know people enjoy it, but no, I just personally never cared for it. Even when it was like teased, I wasn't looking forward to it as much as the next song, which is going to be Fetch. But we need to figure out a place for Count the Ways, so I'm going to put it... I don't hate it as much as Darkest Desire, but I don't want to put it in D, so I'll put it in low C. So the next song is Fetch. Now, Fetch, I love this song. This is probably one of my favorite FNAF songs, period. Simply because of the melody, the chorus especially. I love the chorus to it. The beginning of it also it's a chaotic song. I like chaotic songs. The other ones were more like taunting like songs, like that's kind of like why I like Into the Pit, is because it's chaotic. It's somewhat chaotic. Count the Ways was more, hey, I'm gonna taunt you with all these ways I can kill you. To Be Beautiful is kind of the same way. But Fetch All Around, which is a chaotic story, I also really enjoyed the story itself from the Fazbear Frights story. And the animation was well adapted, as well as the end. Yeah, I sing this song quite often in my free time. I listen to it quite often. So yeah, my only issue with this song, which honestly, if it wasn't for this part, the thing I'm about to get to right now, I might put it at S tier. There's only going to be one song I'm going to put on S tier. And chances are I'll be moving this all around later. I don't know. The thing that's keeping it from being at S tier is the end of the song. The chorus repeats too much. I think it going back into the chorus could have been fine if it was handled differently, but it really wasn't. It was just the same chorus again with a couple note changes. I think if they possibly raised the pitch for the last chorus, I think it would have worked better. But that's just my opinion. Everyone else could have a different opinion on this. But yeah, Fetch, the thing that brings Fetch down is just the end chorus. I think it's the chorus itself just repeats too much. Yeah, another thing is also the fact that this is kind of rap, but it's also not. I don't know what you'd call that part with like Fetch singing. So yeah, I'll put it at low A tier. It'll either be low A or high B, but I'm just going to keep it at low A for now. The next song is another one I really like, which is Lonely Freddy. The thing I really like about Lonely Freddy is the fact that it's pretty accurate to the novel or the story, and it's original. It's an original song. It's not like every other FNAF song you hear where it like has a super techno vibe and stuff like that. It's happy. It has a ukulele in it. Yeah, something I don't care for the song is it's just so short. The song is really, really short. It's only like 2 minutes long. I think like 2 minutes 30 seconds. Like you got two parts of the song. You got the part where Lonely Freddy's like trying to convince the person, I forget his name, to like swap bodies or whatever. It's been so long since I read the thing. And then you got the part where he's stuck inside of Lonely Freddy. So those two parts work well, and I'm happy it didn't go like Fetch, where it constantly repeated the same two verses and the same chorus over and over again, because that was something I didn't like about the original Fetch. But Lonely Freddy did the opposite and had the opposite problem. It didn't do it enough. It was kind of just one thing, and it was a one and done. When I first saw the premiere of it, I was a little confused. Like, really? That's it? It's over already? Because I was wanting more. I was expecting there to be more, especially towards the end. It just got so awesome, and it wasn't even chaotic. The song wasn't even very chaotic, especially not like Fetch. But it still got like that cruel crazy vibe at the end. So I'm going to put it at a high A tier. Definitely not S, but it's going to be high A. The next thing is the Oogie Boogie song. I think that's what this is. I'm going to be honest. I listened to this song once. I listened to it. I don't even think I finished it. I just listened to it once and I was like, yeah, hate it. I'm done. I'm just gonna say this already. This is gonna be Burned with Fire. I know this is from like Nightmare Before Christmas or something like that. I didn't really watch that movie that much as a kid, despite me growing up within that time frame. I don't know how the hell that happened, but yeah, I just didn't care for the song. The cover was and also it wasn't even really Security Breach. The only thing that made it like Security Breach was a couple word changes and the actual picture itself used for the video, which the art was great, but it just didn't do much to tell a story like you would expect. The next song we got is the Big Band cover, which I love the original Big Band FNAF song. I don't listen to it as much now, but I do enjoy it whenever I do listen to it. But Dawko really didn't do much with the song aside from the amazing animation used for it. So that'll definitely bring it up on this list. But if it was just like the Oogie Boogie song and it was like just his cover on it with the same instrumental as the other, but with one picture in the background, that would have probably dropped this down to like a D or a C. No, like a D. But the fact that it had an awesome animation, like the animation is just stellar. I'm surprised on how awesome the animation was. I was more fascinated with the animation than I was the actual song because I've heard the song before. We all have. But yeah, so the fact that it's just a cover, it definitely will probably bring it down to. I'll put it below Count the Ways. I'll put it below Count the Ways on C, but I'm not going to put it on D. I don't think it deserves a D tier, but I do think it deserves less than Count the Ways. This is another song. I know people are going to really disagree with me because I know a lot of people don't care for this song because it, has more of a Disney villain vibe. Which funny enough, I love Disney villain songs. Like I love those kind of things. I'm not talking about the original animation because there's 2 versions of this song that came out. The original was just a slideshow with a couple effects on it. But I'm talking about the main music video. The main music video is okay, and it gave like CG5, was it Dehushta and 8-Bit Ryan, I think? I don't know. I'm just thinking this from memory. And yeah, all of them were singing. Those were all wonderful. The animation was okay. The ending was interesting. I'm curious to see what the new version of Glitch Trap will be, or Doc Trap. I'm not sure what you're supposed to be calling it. But yeah, I wonder who's going to be defeating it, because it obviously can't be CG5. It's probably going to be some huge, like, imagine if it'd be like the... No, wasn't it the Living Tombstone? It might have been the Living Tombstone. I don't know. But yeah. So, aside from the animation, the song's okay. It's a pretty catchy song, in my opinion. Especially the very beginning of it. I like the swing. I like the swing to the song. This is another one. The melody's good. The animation's okay. It's definitely... The animation is kind of for part of it. The thing is, the animator for the original version of the song got, like, fired or something for some reason. I have no idea why. But, yeah, the animation for this was still pretty okay, and definitely not as good as what it was. But, yeah, so let's just go and put this... I'm going to put this in... I'm thinking. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it just above Count the Ways. And I mean just a... No, actually, no, I changed my mind. I'm going to put it below because I was going to... No. I was going to put it above Count the Ways, but then I put into account the animation and Count the Ways is just significantly better. So I'm going to have to put Darkest Desire back below Count the Ways. The next song we got is Out of Stock. Now, Out of Stock we got is an okay song. I actually, when I reacted to this video on my channel, I said this was the best FNAF song ever. And I somewhat still stand by that, but it definitely lost a lot of what made it so good in the first place. The animation was good. It was really accurate. But honestly, I kind of prefer the original. I prefer the original version of the song. I'll play a short clip on screen right now.
With a smile that haunts me, like a human, eyes that taunt me, like a human, tears that blush like a human, I'm tired, like a human smiley.
Yeah, I just prefer that original version compared to the new version of the song. Like, this new version's still okay, the melody's great, but I just feel like the old one was just more... It reminded me of Fetch. The original version reminded me of Fetch, and that might have been why they scrapped it, was because it was just so much like Fetch. Because if you probably put 2 and 2 together, you'd probably be like, oh, wow, these are pretty similar. Heck, you could probably say these are the same song. So, yeah, I'm going to put Out of Stock. I don't know. The animation's great. The melody's great. It does repeat a little. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure about this. I might put this at high A. And move Lonely Freddy to S. Yeah, I think I might move Lonely Freddy to S. No. This is why I want to have at least one at S, because that would just make sense. But it would be tied between Lonely Freddy, Out of Stock, and Fetch. Because I know for a fact Make Me a Hero will not be at S. That will not happen. So we'll just go back to this and we'll jump to Make Me a Hero. The fuck happened? Make Me Hero is an okay song. I enjoyed it, although I was a little confused why the melody or the whole song itself was different from the teasers Dawko showed us. But that's okay. That's like, oh well, you know, things change. The animation was okay. I think it was done by Coda, the same people that made a Big Band cover for FNaF. But yeah, this is another one. I'd probably put this at... I don't want to put this at B. I'm gonna put this below Darkest Desire 2. This isn't really a memorable song, but it isn't also terrible, like Doing Beautiful or the Oogie Boogie song. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this list. Actually, first let's go into Lonely Freddy, Out of Stock, and Fetch. I might need to rearrange this a bit. So going into this, let's go back to Fetch. So Fetch has great animation, has a good melody, it's pretty accurate to the books. And the Out of Stock is kind of the same. Lonely Freddy is also the same, but Lonely Freddy has an original theme. That's why I think Lonely Freddy should be an S, because it has an original style to it. It's not like every other FNaF song where it's super techno and stuff. Like Out of Stock, sure, it has its, like, you know, rock style, but it still feels like a typical FNaF song and isn't very original. Lonely Freddy feels original to me. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I feel like there should be more that are not in C, but oh well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this list. If you guys have any other list and you would like to share that in the comments, please do so. And so yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like on the video. If you didn't, dislike it, I guess, and just go away. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content just like this. Again, let me know in the comments what your opinion is on this list. If I'm just terrible, if I had terrible taste in this music, should I react to more FNaF songs that come out? Should I do more tier lists like Best Living Tombstone, FNaF song tier list, stuff like that? So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I'm gonna sign off now. See you guys. Bye.